Hello and welcome to episode 5 of The Sex Factor. And this episode continues the pairings from last episode. So this time we have Hero and Blair, and it is their first time together. So Blair's excited and Hero's a little nervous, but also excited to see what happens. The judges are watching in the other room and they're commenting on how much they like the cuteness of the interplay between the two of them, how they like their little laughs, and Blair gets very into it. However, once things get going, Hero gets very robotic and a little stiff and a little not super interesting to watch, according to the judges. Blair, for her part, was very into it. She did a back bend while on top. In reverse, she did a back bend. And the judges liked it, and they like her, but they said she's a little too performative. So it's like, okay, let's be a little bit more realistic and more into it than trying to perform for the cameras, as it were. Hero had a hard time completing his task, and he kind of gave up after very little effort, according to the judges. I don't know why they thought he didn't give it any effort, but apparently he didn't try hard enough to finish. And so they were a little bummed out with him. They generally liked Blair, but thought she was a little too performative in this instance. The Colonel and Kaelyn. Kaelyn's the one who looks like the deer in the headlights most of the time, and the Colonel is an interesting character. I don't like him. I don't like his character. I don't like him. I don't like him in the show. Kaelyn is bummed out that she's paired with the Colonel because she's not into him. Let's just be honest, okay? She's not into him at all. Can't even pretend to be into him. Like, ick factor times 100. The Colonel just wants to have a good scene. So, okay. So we get there. We're at the scene, and they're standing there. They sort of kiss. He struggles to take off her bra, so she takes it off for him. And then things just go south. She's like, nope, I can't do this. So he backs off immediately, so kudos to him. Very respectful, appreciate it. She can't do it. She can't go through with it. And honestly, I don't blame her, because I personally would not want to with that individual. So she calls it, he pulls away, and he's kind of confused, like, well, what's the matter? And she's just like, I'm sorry, I can't. And she gets very uncomfortable, covers herself up. I honestly think it's just because she doesn't like him. That's it. I think she just doesn't like him, and she doesn't want to sleep with him, and that's okay. She shouldn't really have to. In his confessional, the Colonel says that she's just in this for fame, and that she's faking being upset, and she just wants to be known as the girl who got upset and couldn't do it. And I'm thinking, no. It's because you're gross, and you're a dick, and she doesn't want to sleep with you. That's why she called it. She doesn't want to sleep with you because you're awful. So the judges finally come in and interrupt this awkward standoff. So Kaelyn's there, and the Colonel's standing there going like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't want to sleep with you. And so the judges come in and they're like, what's happening? And Kaelyn's like, I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I just can't. And so the judges are kind of, in my opinion, they seem to be talking her out of doing the porn industry. They're just like, are you sure this is what you want? Do you really want to be in the porn industry? And I don't know if she does want to be in the porn industry, but I think this specific issue is that she does not want to sleep with him. So maybe if she got a different person, she would have gone through with it. We don't know. But the judges do say that, if you're going to be a professional actor, you do sometimes have to be paired up with people you don't want to be with. And I do get that, unfortunately. So it's a tough one. I don't know. I'd have to really want it in order to do that and go through with that. And I don't think she did. And that's okay, because I think she saved herself. I think she did the right thing. Meanwhile, Kieran, the judge, is calling the Colonel, like a brown noser and just like a creep. And so it's like, they know what happened, but they made it seem like it was the industry and not the guy. So I don't like that. So 2 people will be eliminated tonight, and the 4 people that get called to be the bottom are Adrian and Buddy, because I mean, like, obviously they had like a fight instead of doing anything, and she just laid there. And the Colonel and Kaelyn, because she couldn't go through with it and he's just kind of gross. There are some fun quotes from the elimination. I forget which one of the judges said about the Colonel. They said, "You have a heart-on and not much else. You perform well, but you're not good to look at." The Colonel says he pretty much expected to be booted because he wasn't able to show his performance. But he's a little bummed, and he kind of blames Kaelyn for it, which, like, yes, but no. Because even if you were able to perform, nobody's going to want to watch it. I'm sorry. Kaelyn, for her part, is like, yeah, I pretty much assumed this because this is probably not right for me. I think the judges talked her out of porn a little bit, but if she had wanted it more, she would have put up more of a fight. So I guess it's good for her that she did the right thing for her. Asa, thank you. As the judge, she goes over to Kaelyn and says she's proud of her for not doing anything that she was uncomfortable with. And I appreciate her for doing that, because the other judges weren't so kind, I feel like. And I feel like they should have been, because nobody should be forced to sleep with the Colonel if they don't want to. That's it for episode 5 of The Sex Factor. Please come back for episode 6 and like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time.